Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm going to just keep setting up a little bit while we are waiting for other people to come in. So go ahead and grab your project stuff. And yeah, let's see. Just want to bring up the chat just in case anybody wants to talk. Oh, this is wrong right here, guys. I don't know why that's there. Let me just change it really quick. All right. So, let's see. All right, so today we are going to go into, I believe it is lesson 5 for this particular project. And let's see. I really do have a lot of different projects going on. So, let me grab the stuff I need and go ahead and just get settled in. Go grab a cup of coffee or something. We will be starting very shortly. We'll just wait a little bit longer for some people to come in and yeah. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started. Say hey if you're here. And what we're working on, this is actually lesson 4. But what we did in past lessons is we took apart the golden book and then we did we put together the cover. We added a wider spine. And we embellished the spine, we embellished the front, And we sewed the signatures in. Did we sew? No, we didn't. We actually put these signatures in using elastic thread. Oops, on a screen here. Elastic thread, okay? And then, and the reason why I did it this way is because they're easier to remove. So when you're embellishing, you might want to remove those. We've also added in little packets of pages, little signatures of pages. And so we're just working on that, getting through it. And then the micro job or the mini job we're doing last time, oh goodness, I keep closing my screens. Hang on. Well, it's all right. It's all right. So what we were doing before was we were embellishing the page edges and adding like little pockets and things. And so this book, there's some odd things in here. This is going to, and I know it sounds kind of morbid, but Haunted Mansion's my favorite, and I've also begun losing people in my life, and I want to add all those things into here, you know, like as remembrances. My mother and actually my whole family were huge Disney fans, and so for many years, we have been visiting Disneyland and enjoying that together as a family. So this just seemed really appropriate to use Haunted Mansion because it was my mom's favorite. It's my favorite. I don't know about my grandma, but I know that she really loved to go to Disneyland too. So this is where I'm going to store all the things like these little cards that we get when we go to a funeral. Sorry. And so, yeah. All right. So, and it's going to have other spooky things in it too. But let me show you some of the pages if you haven't seen them, or if you just want to see them again. Sometimes you can just add, you know, just something from a magazine or whatever. You can put eyelets on your page and string some ribbon through. That was kind of tricky for me, and it wasn't enjoyable at all. So I'm not going to recommend that. But you can add. This is a metal ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree, and then this is just some leftover paper, and you know, of course, it's my crocheted. God, why can't I think of the word? This is my crocheted ribbon that I like to use a lot. You can tear the edges. You can add other colors. You can leave them blank, or you can just, you know, take little scraps of paper and, you know, just add those to the edge. You can draw on the edges, and or you can use calendar pages and scraps. You can use ribbon that you gather with by hand or by sewing machine. You can, here's more calendar paper. What's happening here? Oh well. You can also add tabs. So there's a lot of things that you can do. This is like by far my funkiest page, you know, and then there's like ribbon and things like that. And so yeah, that's what I've done with mine so far, and it's really in its kind of infantile stage as far as embellishment goes. Some of the embellishments that I chose to put in were just they're all really just things that were scraps and stuff that I found at my mom's house, you know. Movie tickets, you know, from, look at this one's from $214.99. I don't know if you guys can see. There's kind of a glare here. Let me see if I can fix that. If I fix the glare, I hope it doesn't end up being too dark, but it is kind of dark now. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's just see if that'll work. Yeah, I think that's better. An old card that I found at her house, some kind of instructions to somewhere, a nickel thing, and this actually can be used, I believe, yep. This can be used, you know, as to hold like a pen or, you know, something else like that. Obviously not a paintbrush. You can add paper clip on here, you know. So this is also an envelope, and if you haven't been following me for very long or watching me, you don't know what a treasure person I am. And these are just envelopes, and this is the flap, you know, envelopes cut in half or whatever. So this is a masterboard that I made and copied and printed, and that's just going to be a little skinny pocket. There's another envelope pocket that I added the portion of the map of California. I doubt you can see this, but Anaheim is right here, and that's where Disneyland's at. You know, it's just kind of an Easter egg, you know. And I don't know if this is a pocket. No. So this is just a Cricut mat that's old, and I use those because they're pretty hardy as far as like for keeping paper stiff and stuff. I like it for that. And don't think that was a pocket, but I can put another thing on the back as a pocket, or I can actually just glue this to the back, but I kind of like the back. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. But here's more of my masterboard, and that is also, I'm so embarrassed, you guys. Part of the reason I don't use these anymore is because my hair, when it was long, would get stuck in there. Can you see that hair? Isn't that disgusting? So anyways, and these are just a bunch of tea dyed index cards. And then, you know, some of these pages here, like I said, these are parts of the masterboard that I made, and I made it in lots of different colors, you know, and lots of different variations, but it's just the same masterboard. I actually gave those away on Patreon. I can't remember if it was a free thing or if it was for the paid members or whatever. I cannot remember. If anybody remembers, can you post that? You know, so this is how I start, with putting envelopes in like that. Okay, so that's what I've got so far, aside from the cover. So next, so we've done edges, page edges, we've done some embellishment, and now I kind of feel like it's time to start adding more items to it. You know, maybe more embellishment, I don't know, you know, but more like 3D kind of embellishment, because this is really super plain, and you know, there's a lot that I can do in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and embellish these pages here, and I don't mind if it's a thick signature. I don't mind that at all, because this is a thick or a really wide, let's see, this is a really super wide, what am I trying to tell you? I can't think of the word. But anyway, it's wide this way. And so I think this one might be the first one. It should go like over here somewhere. But anyways, I don't know. But anyhow, it looks okay, right? So And it would even be cute wider, you know. And so we'll just go ahead and do whatever it is we want to do. And so I'm going to go off screen for a minute because I want to get the Twitch screen up so that I can talk to you guys. And so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So basically what I'm going to do next is just go ahead and just pull a whole bunch of different stuff out, like buttons, and I have some really cool little pins and things that I can use in here. And let's see. I'm just scooting some things over. This is an embellishment that I made really super early on. This is a mini book. And, you know, I just made it. It's really super cute. It's embellished nicely. And so I just kind of made this for, oh wait, that's not the right one. It's this one. I made this as a companion to this. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. I may add, you know, a 3D pocket here or something on the inside of the book, but I'm just not quite sure yet. And this is a tiny little book that I made a while ago. Why is it like this? Oh. And it has this weird cat in it, which I love cats. And so I don't know what I'm doing with it. I don't know. A lot of things that I've made in the past, you know, I've just forgotten about. And so I don't really know what to, that they even exist, you know. Ooh, nice. So here's a bunch of cool little things I got just rummaging around my parents' house. And, you know, we're dealing with their estate right now, so we're actually getting into the nooks and crannies of every bit of their house. And my mom was a collector like crazy. Like, she collected so much stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm pretty sure I picked that up from her. So anyway, we're going to just kind of go through, and I want to do something else with this page just to, you know, make it finished, make it feel finished. So let's see. All right, I'm going to get a drink of my soda real quick and think about what I want to do next. All right. So for those of you that are here that are wondering about Ezra, Ezra is down at the doctor probably right now. And, you know, for the doctor to check and make sure that he's healing properly and those kinds of things. But he'll be back soon. Very, very soon. Yeah. So I'm going to use some pinking shears on this part here and just kind of give it an interesting edge. All right. Can't really see it though because of this page, but and also it's crooked, but that's all right. Not a big deal at all. So my mom had a bunch of these things, and I believe they're probably from my grandma. My grandma was a very devoted Catholic woman, and so I am going to have a bunch of things like this, and I think they're appropriate in here, you know, because I am using it to kind of store some of the stuff that you know, that are remembrances of my family, just general remembrances of my family. So I think first I'm going to need to put some ribbon here. And you know, this junk journal feels pretty matchy, and I am kind of doing it that way, but I'm also not opposed, you know, to adding something that's sort of adjacent feeling. So these colors actually look really cool together. So I may want to add, maybe not black, but maybe off-white. So I can add this in here like this, or I mean, I'm not sure whether I want to show the ragged edge on both sides. I think one side would be fine. So let me take this tape off and just cut this a bit. I'll just use this. And let that hang off on the bottom so we can see that edge there. And I am going to use some nori paste. Melissa, if you're here, shout out to you. This stuff is great. And so and now I can cover this side here like this if I want to, and I think I do. I think I will. All right. Turn that around. And that looks pretty right there. That looks pretty good. All right, I think we need like some pictures or, you know, something interesting over here. So I've got a cool card here. And it would be good maybe to stamp something on here. So hang on and let me grab something. Oh, this is green. maybe it'll be okay because I have green on this page actually. So maybe this will be all right. If it looks terrible, I just won't use this card. I'll just use it for something else. But this kind of reminds me of a stained glass window, which is sort of old-timey, you know, like the Haunted Mansion. And so, here we go. Actually, let me just do it this way. Yeah, gives me a better... I think I will. Okay. Oops, I put that face down there. I probably should have. All right. So I also have some of this. And we'll probably use that design a little bit more. Grab a piece of paper. And do that a little bit. The truth is that it already is tea dyed, so let's see. So I'm going to venture into a place that I've not been before, and I'm taking you with me, so that's just how it's going to go. I have some black alcohol ink here that I would like to maybe well, I was trying to get a like a drippy look from this. There we go. That doesn't look too awesome, but hey, it was my first time. All right, so I got the smell of alcohol in here. So now we can look through some other things and find stuff that I think would look really cool. And I think book pages would be really nice to use. And I have a lot of books, like old-timey books that I have picked up in different places. This is actually cool. I think I want to use that in that book. But I have some songbooks, and I think I'm going to do Where the Roses Never Fade. So I don't know that song, you guys, but I'm just doing it because I think it is a cool name. All right. Okay. Maybe I'll rip these a little too, because I kind of like that ripped look a little bit more, and plus I don't want it to stick out so much. So there we go. I wonder if we can find something interesting in here. I think we can keep those two things out. Oh, here's a rose. Check it out. So this is a little pin. And it's like a it's still a red rose, so I guess it hasn't faded yet, right? And I do truly think I'm going to put another card. I just feel like this needs like some other color. So I did get some alcohol inks that I'm actually planning on using in this project. But let's see. Let's bring a little bit of this, of the purple in. Drip a little bit. Oh, is it like lavender? Oh, it's called yogurt, I guess. Oops, I covered the roses part. Oh well. So we're just playing around here. Let me try something else though too. And this is baby blue. I wonder why I got these colors so light. I thought that I didn't, but anyway. Oh, it's just like kind of disappears, doesn't it? All right, so this is looking semi like I want it to. Not really at all, actually. So I'm going to need to do some other things here. Oh, there we go. We can still see the word roses. Nice. I think these metal are going to make it too heavy. If I can. Ooh, that's really pretty. I thought these were all my grandma's, because I don't know that my mom would have had so many of this kind of stuff. But then again, she was raised Catholic, though she wasn't really a practicing Catholic. Oh, I think this will work. This is super cute. You know, I'm sure she had, you know, some sentimentality attached to the church and things like that. And God, of course. So, all right. And incidentally, my dad was an altar boy. So I guess both of them were kind of, you know, I guess on the same level of understanding about that. Okay, this is cute. I'm just using this. It just says Jubilee 2000, and I really don't know what that means. So I'm going to just add it there because it brings the rest together. And I think I don't want to put any more, sorry for this noise. I think I don't want to put any more metal on there. So now, let's see. Oh yeah. I actually have this whole thing. Okay, those are cool beads. but not what I want. I have like buttons and things, and I have many more buttons in this, but I don't think I want to add anything heavy on there anymore. I think I'm done with that. But let's see what little treasures I can find in here. And they all seem to kind of be these little heavy things, but look at this tiny little gear. I think I'm going to add that there. Because there was like a hole for, because it was, I think it's a, what do you call it? One of those things that you would actually put it on a necklace. It's a charm. So, I know words. Ooh, there's some really cute stuff that I want to use in here. I don't want to forget. Is in here. There's one more of these silver ones. But I do not see where that's at. But it's like this, but it's the moon, and I think it would be perfect in this journal. Let me just do one more once over. Here it is. Isn't that so cute? All right. So, let's see. I think that's all the metal stuff I would want to put on here. So I'm going to set those aside for later. Actually, let me put these here. And so now I think I would like to have a focal point, maybe a face of a person, possibly. So let me see if I can find something. In my stuff, and so bear with me. Oh, okay, that's Grandma. Not the same Grandma, but Todd's Grandma. And so there was a little bit of time there that we really started losing people, you know, one after the other. It actually has just been like that for, you know, since the early 2000s. We've probably lost 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've lost 4, maybe more. And they were all of our grandparents. So, all right, I don't understand this, but these are all cards that people wrote to my mom, to my family. A lot of this is that stuff that my dad just put away. And that is a possibility, but it's quite a bit larger than I need it to be. So we're going to keep looking. Okay. All right. We'll leave that aside as a possibility. And keep looking. And I have many, I should just show you this, just so you can get kind of an idea of what I'm doing. This is only one of many drawers and, you know, things that I have access to now. A lot of this stuff was just like old cards that I brought home that were either from us or to my parents or something from people that I knew. and I just kind of wanted to keep them. Just, you know, a remembrance of that time. This is a really cute card somebody made for my mom. But anyway, I'm sorry if this is boring. This is always has that capacity to send me down memory lane. Ooh, this one would look cute in my book, so I'm going to set that one aside. And see what I can find in here. I really just kind of want a picture of something kind of ominous, I guess. But it's not turning out to be easy to find here. I think this would be cool too. This is one of the designs that I made, one of the folios. But I really like this print. I think that would look really cool. And maybe even this inside of the Haunted Mansion book. That's a little bright. Hey, Mama's Messy Masterpiece. How are you today? I right now am looking for an item that I can put on this little card that I'm making for my little golden book, Haunted Mansion book. And so it's kind of slow going. I don't know. Oh, really? You're new. Oh, gosh. Do you know about the Art and Junk Journal retreat that's coming up? It's free and it's next week. And if you're interested, I can tell you a little bit about it. I don't want to take up your time telling you about it if you're not interested, but it's a really awesome time. A lot of good teachers, and they're there doing that for free. And yeah, a lot of fun. You can go to junkjournalretreat.com, and it's just right there on the front page. So if you're interested in that, you know, no pressure at all. I know we're all busy and stuff, but if that's something that sounds interesting to you, then that would be a great free thing that you can do. We do it every year. All right. What is this? Oh, look at how cool this is. I actually made this a long time ago, and it was sort of supposed to be, I don't know what, but I'm going to use that for this journal, I think, on one of the pages. This is all stuff that places my parents have been, you know, all sorts of interesting things. And I realized that I should have probably gone through this first before I'm doing it right here, but you know. My parents were members of everything, every like cause and stuff. Oh, this will go in there too. So maybe I just need to stop doing this right now and just finish that page there. There's a lot of stickers in here though. If anyone is interested out there to see the first 2 or 3 videos, I think this one's number 4. The first 3 videos, you can go to my YouTube channel, because I upload all of my Twitch streams over there, and so that way, you know, there's series there that you guys can take a look at and follow if you like. And I think I'm going to set this down. I'm getting too like obsessive right here. But I will take out some of these because these are like a really cool blue dyed. You probably can't see it, but they are. All right, so that wasn't a lot of progress, but it was a fun trip down memory lane, and I did pull out some things that I think that would look really cool in this journal. So I'm going to go ahead and actually put this card in, but I'm going to rip it on the edges so that you know, I can distress it a little bit so it doesn't look brand new, you know. But this is a card that that my cousin and her family wrote to my mother when she passed. So let's see if I can just do a quick little bit of edges here to make it look like it's been around for a while. I think that's pretty good. And let's finish up this little card and get it onto a page. Now, I can't really probably do this every single time, but maybe what I'll do is teach you guys how to create, you know, or demonstrate some kind of embellishment that might be new to you or not. Maybe it'll just remind you that it's something you already know. And so yeah. Add that little gear there to cover the weird little hole. And then I am going to add this, I think, here. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's the right side. Hopefully I don't have too much glue coming off this side, and I have a little bit. Okay, so this is an embellishment. It doesn't have a lot of color, and you know, I kind of really like color a lot, but there's a lot of color in here, so maybe it's going to give somebody's eyes a rest, right? So figure out what page we want to put this on, and we can put this here. I think I was thinking about putting it here. Oh, that looks pretty cool. What do you think? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And then I will be done with today's live stream. If you have not been here before, I live stream here pretty much every Wednesday. At 3. Also, I live stream on YouTube right before that at 2. So Wednesdays is my live stream day. And so you can catch me at either of those places every Wednesday, except not next Wednesday because that's when the Art and Junk Journal retreat is. So I'm going to be busy doing that. So this looks pretty cool. I like it. It needs more, but I like how it's coming along, and it's a nice first page. This is probably most likely will be, aside from this opening page, you know, this will most likely be right here, and so, you know, and then this is what it looks like from the side. You know, after and actually I'm going to be teaching this, how to, you know, ways to embellish the edges of your page so that your junk journal looks really, really bitchin' on the side. So there you go. And I probably just dated myself. Same bitchin'. But anyways, yeah. Maybe we can try a couple places or to place a few of these things in here while we are here. I really like this paper. It's pretty cool. I wish I'd have put it here or something, but that's all right. Not a big problem. I mean, this would be perfect, I think, to cover up, you know, a page that's all kind of wrinkly, but I like this side too. Anyway, I think the roses are more appropriate though. All right. So here's a couple more of these cards, and these are for Todd's grandma and my great uncle. For sure, this one came from my grandma because that was her brother. I think it was her brother. Oh no, I think it was, could it have been my grandma's uncle? I think so, actually. That's weird. They were pretty much the same age, I think. So, you know, that happens. I think I'll go ahead and put these, maybe not here, but where's the one that I had? Maybe I could put these in here. This is a cool pocket right here. I don't know, I might change it later, but I've got a couple more right here. And I also want to paste this down a little bit better. If you would like to, let's make it so Jesus is peeking out. I think that's funny. Anyways, I'm sorry if that's offensive to anybody. If you want to find me, let's see, we're on Twitch. If you want to find me at, sorry, my voice is going away because I've been talking a lot today. If you want to find me on YouTube, search for @JunkJournalBoss. If you want to find me on Instagram, I don't do a lot over there, but what I do is, what I am starting to do is at least post some pictures of stuff, but I'm not a big social media person. If it makes sense, I am much more inclined to live stream than I am to do anything else, you know, to just post on social. But at any rate, you know, I think I'd like to place this one, and I don't know where my cutter is. Here it is. My desk is fast approaching the disaster side right now, so I'm going to cut this down a bunch. Ooh. Is that crooked? No? Oh, well, not really. I think this one might have been. Okay. Okay. And I think just for fun, I am going to round these corners. I have a corner rounder, but, oh, here it is. I was going to say I don't want to get up to go get it, but I don't have to. So I'm going to go ahead and just round these. I'm not going to round the bottom because this actually is sort of 3D right here. And I was originally going to use it as a pocket, and I really still can. But I'll decide that later. I do think that this would be really cool. Right here maybe, but I don't know. Right here maybe, but it needs to be able to open, so I don't think there. It can be here. This would be cool. This would be all right. Or it could go on the back of this, which I think might be a good idea because this is a Cricut mat, like an old one. So I do need to cover it. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And once I'm done with this, I will probably need to sign off. So if you want to find me, like I said, you can find me on YouTube, on Twitch. You can find me on Etsy. You can find me on Patreon. I have a free community there. And where else? Oh, and you can find me on Instagram. Just by searching at Junk Journal Boss on each of those websites, you can find me and follow me at 1, 2, or all of those places. I would super appreciate the support. And yeah. Again, if you want to join the free retreat, you don't have to pay anything. We do offer an artisan pass for those who are inclined. But I mean, if you think you can watch the videos within 24 hours, there's going to be, I think, 5 or 6 a day or whatever, and they're somewhere between 30 minutes and an hour. So I don't know if that works for anybody, but a lot of people do it and they skip the artisan pass, which is totally fine. You know, we want you to get as much as you can out of the retreat, and you know, we don't want you to pay for something that you don't want to. So we're not into coercing that, but we are into providing an opportunity for the people that come to the retreat to have a way to be able to go through all the video at their own pace. So yeah. Let's see. So I'm going to make this a little pocket to cover that little white part of the flap. And then I can put these cute pictures inside if they'll fit. No, maybe that one isn't going to fit. But what I will do is just pop in a few things that can be popped out and written on. And I think that would be really nice. You know, I might add like a little bit of like that raised tape here, just so it kind of comes off the page. I think that looks really cool. But anyway, that's what I've got for today. And so thank you so much for coming. If you're new, please come back because I would love to connect with you again. And, you know, I'm here every week, like I said, except not next week, because next week is going to be the Art and Junk Journal Retreat. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks for being here, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And I'll see you guys on the 14th. Bye.